As we reported earlier, President Donald Trump says that he will not attend President-elect Joe Biden's inauguration on January 20th, making him the first incumbent president since Andrew Johnson to skip his successor's swearing in. Joining me now on Skype is Adam White, resident scholar at the American Enterprise Institute and law professor at the Antonin Scalia Law School. Adam, welcome back. Always good to see you. Today's announcement from President Trump wasn't entirely surprising, nor is it unprecedented, but it is a departure from tradition and something that we haven't seen in over 150 years. Can we talk a little bit more about the significance and the symbolism of that?
Well, I think it's unfortunate that he won't be there. I think there is something, as you suggest, very important in the symbolism of one administration turning over government to the next, whether it's a president that served 2 full terms or one who did not win re-election. I think it's unfortunate, but given all the circumstances surrounding the present moment, I suppose it's inevitable.
Yeah. Congress, as we all know, confirmed President-elect Joe Biden's victory early Thursday morning, despite objections raised by some Republicans. As a constitutional scholar, what went through your mind as you were watching all this play out?
Well, we live in interesting times. I mean, I guess what I thought as we went through this constitutional process is that there's a lot of understanding in our government about the powers that different parts of government, different players in government have. Not enough understanding of the responsibilities that people have in terms of self-restraint, in terms of deference to political judgments, in terms of really pursuing truth, but doing so carefully. I think ultimately, in terms of a constitutional process, it reached the right outcome. I hope we learn a few lessons from this, though, notwithstanding, in addition to everything terrible that happened at the Capitol.
Yeah, and speaking of that, on Wednesday we did see those riots by some Trump supporters at the Capitol. Since there have been bipartisan calls to hold the president accountable for what some see as his role to incite the mob, ranging from invoking the 25th Amendment to impeachment. Some people even saying the president should resign. What's your take on this, Adam? And what do you think we're going to see over the next 12 days?
Well, I don't think we'll see an exercise of the 25th Amendment. That requires the vice president's involvement, and he's already forsworn it. Although I don't think the 25th Amendment is actually the proper tool in this case anyway. That was really created for outright inability of a president to carry out the duties of his office. And when everyone thinks of President Trump, I don't think we're anywhere near that stage. The question is whether his conduct this week rises to the level of an impeachable high crime or misdemeanor. Frankly, I think it does. I think it very clearly does. And whether or not there's time for a Senate impeachment trial before the next inauguration, I do think the House should take this seriously. And I see that just moments ago, the House of Representatives released a draft of an article of impeachment that they'll be considering early next week.
Now, Adam, I want to ask you this question. I mean, a lot of talk about us coming together and unifying. Do you think this talk of impeachment is doing maybe more of a disservice to the American people right now and causing more of a division? What are your thoughts on that?
That is a fair question. And even as somebody who thinks impeachment is probably appropriate here, that is a point worth considering. I saw that President-elect Biden has really said he wants to focus instead on just the ordinary transfer of power through inauguration, and that's true. We've already reached such a divisive point, though. I mean, you hate to say it, but it's hard to imagine things getting much worse. And given the gravity of what happened on Capitol Hill this week, I do think impeachment needs to be taken seriously by Congress, just as a sheer matter of constitutional self-defense.
Okay, Adam, we appreciate you coming on. Adam White, resident scholar at the American Enterprise Institute and law professor at the Antonin Scalia Law School. We always appreciate your insights. Thanks a lot, Adam.
Thank you.